Hi, swallowers. Welcome back to Hard to Swallow Podcast. I'm your host, Emery Lavell J, on Instagram and Twitter as Ain't I Emery. And of course, you know I'm always joined here with some motherfucking Negroes I know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Joining me now is Lyrical Mar on Instagram and Twitter as Lyrical Mar.
Good night.
Hey,
How are
you're
you?
barely visible. You look like you're hiding in the shadow.
I am.
Again.
You know me well. It's my birthday, so I'm,
I
feeling,
know.
yeah.
Happy birthday.
Thank
And
you.
also joining me is Lindsey. Right, we're gonna get to that. And also joining me is Lindsey Wagna on Instagram and Twitter as Linz Wags.
Anyway, ni hao.
Yes.
You couldn't wait for that one. Happy birthday, Marcus.
Happy birthday,
you.
my
Thank
love.
you. I appreciate it.
We know it's not the official day, but about
Okay.
time people listen to this, we'll be celebrating and drunk and falling in the streets. So do you have anything you want to share at this new age?
In a sickening boot.
High off the ground.
Sickening pump.
Wow. I don't know what I want to share, but what I do want to confirm is when you get to my age, which some of you know and others of you won't know, but when you get to my age, you really give a fuck less. It's true.
Yeah.
It's very true. And you don't mind saying what the hell you think. So I'm looking forward to my next 10 years.
Cheers to that. Cheers to that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, listen, not many people get to make it to the age that you are that we won't disclose. But I'm happy to be able to be with you for this new journey.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. So it's still Women's History Month.
Yeah.
The month of March. Spring is here as well. So I'm feeling pretty joyful, especially during Aries season. It's a better time for life coming outside of Pisces season. Yeah, I said it. So I decided that I wanted to highlight some women, 5 women that I just felt were dear to my heart, being from Chicago as a little black queer boy. And they were these 5 women.
Yeah.
I wanted to highlight Ida B. Wells,
Yes.
a big woman in her day. She made the first black kindergarten. She was also important in the women's suffrage movement and fighting for rights. And then we also have Tracy Africa. She's
Model.
considered by most to be the first black trans model. Of course, she's very well known for being on the Clear All box. Then I have Bessie Coleman,
Yes.
who is the first black pilot, period. Not male or female, pilot, period. And also first Native American pilot.
Work.
And to hold an international pilot license.
Work.
And for those who don't know, the author Jacqueline Woodson, I have her pictured as well. I think about when I was in 7th, maybe 8th grade, and I was reading If You Come Softly, which was one of my favorite books as a kid. And so I wanted to highlight her.
Work.
And then last on my list, I have Marsha P. Johnson.
Yeah.
I also always have to mention Will Sylvia Vieira, who are 2 prominent figures in the Stonewall movement, but even beyond that, just a loud and proud advocate for trans rights, HIV and AIDS rights, and also fighting a fight for youth homelessness. So thank you to these 5 women that were very important in my upbringing. For those who don't know, Ida B. Wells was a projects in Chicago. But because of that, I wanted to research her name more. And Bessie Coleman, there was a library down the street from my mom's house, and I used to frequent it pretty often to do research for school and things. So that's why they made the list to me. So thank you for being trail.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love this list.
Thank you. Thank you. I was like, I don't want to put people that are like connected to me in some way, not just any 5 random people.
Right.
So I do also have some announcements just to throw out there. For those who don't know, Law Roach has retired from styling celebrities. That's kind of wild to me. Some of you may know him from being a judge on Legendary, and others may know him as the bomb ass fucking celebrity stylist that he is. And you may have seen him in some looks that he has done for Zendaya, along with many other people. It comes as much as a surprise. Um, what is with this sudden change? This also comes after a slew of other bitches then retired as well.
Yeah. Well, we don't know if they retired or not. But
Well, let's not say retire, but also like just step down from some prominent fashion houses
yeah.
in brand name.
I hope Law Roche changes his mind. I mean, I kind of feel like I know what he's saying. I mean, the way it was explained is that from his point of view, like when he's working with a celebrity, if they get a deal with like Dior,
Right.
then that means he ain't necessarily part of the deal. So that means he may not work with that person for a long amount of time.
Mhm.
He's just cut out of it. So, in that moment, he's probably tired of that shit and so much other stuff that goes on.
Right.
I'm sure behind the scenes, but I really hope that he changes his mind because we just need black boy presence
Mm-hmm.
in the fashion scene as much as possible. And I don't know. That's all I have to say about it. I mean, he's very vague with his reason. I mean, I know he wants to spend more time with his family too, but I hope he changes his mind.
Yeah. So to go back a bit, I mentioned that some other people stepped down. Jeremy Scott, he left Machino. Ricardo Ticci departed from Burberry, and Alessandro Michel exited Gucci. So it's a lot going on at one time. Of course, not overnight, but over the last few weeks and months. But in regards to Law Roach, I kind of understand what he's saying. He said he's not stepping away from fashion, but just styling celebrities. And I do think that he could commodify off that more, especially when you become a public figure yourself. Why not you be the brand? Why not you be the face of this styled looks that you've been putting on other people? Why not be the hanger yourself, the model? So he's already booked a show. Let's see where that goes for him. Maybe he can be his own style icon as opposed to making other people style icons.
Well, he recently did an interview and I watched the entire interview, and my assessment is that, he came from very humble beginnings. And just to piggyback a little bit off of what Marcus said, it wasn't just about, it was really more so about respect.
Mm-hmm.
There were some central themes that he spoke of: racism, the lack of respect for his talent. They sort of went hand in hand. He is now Law Roach. Like, he has a name. His thing was, why am I still being questioned? Why am I still being micromanaged? Why did you hire me if this is what's happening? Either trust my vision. And he's just tired. I think he's just tired of the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think he really just, politically, he was tired of the wheeling and dealing and just over it all. Still feels like, as a black person in the space, he doesn't get the same respect. There's a lot of nepotism. There's a lot of connected people in that, in that sector
Space.
of the
Yeah.
fashion industry. When it comes to styling, PR, a lot of these people went to camp together. They went to private schools together. They went to Ivy League schools together, come from moneyed families, those connections. And he was always seen as an outsider. And, I guess he was a bit of an outlier in that sense.
Mm-hmm.
The way he was able to infiltrate these spaces. And, when you infiltrate spaces like that, people still don't want to give you your due. They just don't. So I think he's just like trying to, at this point in his career, pivot and, do like it was just a lot of things coming down on him. And being that he's a Black stylist, things for him work differently
Mm-hmm.
in a space that's predominantly white, male dominated.
Right.
We're not even going to get into the white queer dominated part of it, but there's that component as well.
Mm-hmm.
So
Either way, I wish him the best, and people are allowed to change their minds. We've known many people to say they were leaving and they came right back. Jay-Z. But yeah, Tyra Banks.
That's right.
Quite a few people.
It's quite a few people. But yeah, good luck. And as a person from Chicago, I'm rooting for you as well. So let's get right into these hot topics. At the top of my list, Tamar Braxton and Kandi Burruss, baby.
A fool.
It's so funny. Oh my goodness.
It's very funny. I don't even really know what the fuck is going on. I just know Tamar came out. Well, I know it stemmed from this escape versus SWV whole argument that's been going on social media, which can we circle back to?
Wait, it doesn't start from there. This is completely separate.
I heard they've been beefing for years, but I'm talking about how it resurfaced. Because she mentioned them in the comment, like she said, she's like, where's this entitlement comes from? And I don't know. She said something about escape. No, it's SWV.
That was on the tail end of it, though. This thing between Kandi and Tamar started because she did an interview with Carlos King, and whatever she said on Carlos King, Tamar didn't like that because she was very adamant about, because it came out this year or last year, that Carlos King was trying to run with her life, her story, and do a biopic without Escape, the group, without their knowledge, which is legal, by the way. You can do it. But she was just so upset and so hurt that he did that. So they have beef. Tamar was getting Carlos's side of the story because she's on Dish Nation now. And I guess in her coverage of it, Kandi didn't like whatever was said. So when she met up with Tamar, like she and Tamar had always had beef. They were on Celebrity Big Brother together. They had supposedly mended it. However, Andy on Watch What Happens Live asked Tamar a question about, I heard you have something going on with a housewife. At first, she didn't want to name the person. He actually named the person. And so the story surfaced. She didn't even want to say anything. They were on equal billing on some tour or some shit. Kandi approached her about what was said with Carlos King. She didn't like it. She was very upset about it and was basically giving, I don't fuck with you, giving all of that. And then Tamar said she was trying to apologize to her. Tamar said she's, a changed girl, tried to apologize. It wasn't working. Kandi was still like worked up about it. Todd comes out of nowhere, I guess to sort of get Kandi out of the way, but he says to her, to Tamar, you know what it is. So I'm assuming to Tamar that came off menacing.
Aggressive.
People are like, yeah, people are like, oh, that ain't
They
nothing.
was trying to fight me.
He didn't come in her face. I would have took that as menacing as well. Don't be coming up to me talking about I know what it is.
Nigga.
You need to get the fuck out of my face. So that's where that whole thing lied. So she came out, did her turn of events. Kandi came out, said her piece, and then, well, Kandi came out and posted some shady post about her being a victim. That activated Tay Tay.
Yes.
So that's when Tamar just said, "Please,
She
was like,
started telling tell all about what happened backstage. Then she
Tamar
said
was
you can't
so good.
sing. She has a huge ego.
Tamar said when she was recounting the story, she was like, "Please, I sing that whole bill up on under the table." So whoever was on the billing for that concert, she said, "Please, this whole bill, I'll sing all of them under the table." So
I can't stomach Tamar, but I believe her.
oh, and yes, she can.
Yeah, that's not.
Oh, yes, she can.
Yeah.
Yes, she can. Yeah.
Yes, she can.
Indubitably. I mean, we know she can't do nothing now.
If she can't do nothing
But
else,
run her damn mouth and sing.
that's it. So I didn't think she had to go that low, but then Kandi calling her victim. I mean, listen, when you activate a person, you better be ready.
But Kandi's right.
Tay love being a victim. Listen.
Kandi said, write a hit.
She loves being a victim.
Wow.
Somebody else must have told her that. Maybe the Libra, Tony Braxton.
You know what?
Tony Braxton's been telling her, I wouldn't be friends with you if you weren't related.
Didn't she say that?
She sure did.
Why did she need to say that?
She said she wouldn't be friends with any of them.
Because it's a Libra, that's why.
Baby.
That is some Libra shit.
And she ate her food after. In peace.
She needed to get that. I think she had been holding that in for years.
Yes.
Under her wigs.
Mm-hmm.
Like, bitch.
But yeah, and then Tamar, she's like, girl, you can't sing.
Ooh.
It's just rude. She just said it. You can't sing.
She said, sorry, she can't sing. Then she called her Billy Goat in the in a deleted post. Tamar cut the shit.
She said, I'm not holding back no more.
She said the cunt can't sing.
Baby. She
that.
said what she said. Pay it.
She said.
You said what she said.
I didn't fight it. I was just gagging.
They're both successful in their own right, and
yes,
like okay.
Listen, we don't know if they're both successful in their own right or not.
Good God.
All I gotta say is, I know Tamar ain't lying, but I'm on Kandi's side. I'm not
invested enough to be on anybody's side, but
me neither. I'm like, girl.
But at the same time, Tamar always in some drama.
She was being good. She had been away for a while. She was activated. This another one. You leave her sleep.
Yeah.
It's certain.
Don't poke the bear.
Certain people, you have to leave them hibernating.
Yeah.
And she was about her business. She found love with this very charming white man.
Mm-hmm.
And oh yeah, Queen's Court was everything. I enjoyed that. And yeah.
Well,
get it together, girl.
Found happiness somewhere.
She did.
Because I know damn well she wasn't happy
Okay,
All
okay,
right.
Libra.
sleeping with that grizzly that she been with for a decade
He
and 10
lost 2 pounds
hibernation
and thought he could
seasons.
do better than her.
Oh
Soon
Lord.
as he got that, he almost died. But as soon as he saw himself in that mirror, and half of that stomach was gone, he was like, "I could do better than her."
Bitch.
See, I just saw a story like this on 1,000 Pound Life. Something like that, whatever it's called. As
six
soon as the bitch
hundred.
start, it's another one, not my 400 pound life. It's the one with 1,000 pounds something. And
I'm surprised you have a life at 1,000 pounds.
Oh my
I
God.
don't know if they are actually 1,000 pounds or half a ton, but anyway, as soon as she started losing weight, I think she left her man.
Well,
I wish I would
always
stick
said,
beside you, big stomach and all, and then it's the minute you start losing weight,
you always said you ain't live your best life when you lose that 100, bitch.
Piece of
we
work.
gotta go. We got we gotta go. We gotta change this outfit. Bye, Lindsay.
Okay.
Okay, but the question that I want to ask: SWB or Escape?
Hmm.
SWV.
I'm gonna go with the SW, the V.
Me
You know, it's a
too.
Brooklyn thing, but I love Escape. I do.
Yeah. Listen, they're both successful. One is in the top 10 best-selling female groups of all times, but nevertheless, they're both great.
They're both awesome.
Yeah,
And who do you choose?
I chose SWB.
Oh, okay.
I just identified with their hits hit more, if
They
that makes sense.
do.
But it's not to say that Escape hits don't hit. It's just
It's just SWV is
SWV
do a
hits
little
just hit
bit. It's
just
one
a
more.
little bit more. Yeah.
I still play that Human Nature remix of Right Here.
Oh shit, you right. Yeah,
Um,
that's a
I was just at a little gathering and they were playing anything. I mean,
Over.
over.
I'm
Over.
just thinking of all their songs, like the
It's
one
just
that did with
solid.
Dizzy. Um, the list goes on.
Yeah. But nevertheless, I mean, in celebrating all the black women in both groups, like
They're
both of them
amazing.
are so important to the 90s. As
They really are.
yeah, so
That was the sound.
Hmm.
that was the
They
sound.
defined the sound. Yeah,
The
really.
night
Like,
the 90s was the time for the groups, really. I mean, there was obviously some mega
oh my
solo
God,
stars,
it was
but
little groups. It was them. They like it was a ton
too
of little
many.
girls. Johnny, we were talking about Johnny the other night. There was Jade. Oh my God, there were a ton of groups,
Yeah.
and they were all good.
Did we say total?
Total
Mm.
Brownstone,
Mm.
So many.
honey,
So many. And that's just the women.
so many.
Yeah.
So many good, they churned out a single or two, bitch.
At least one. At
At
least
least
one.
one or two.
Honestly, all of them had almost at least two.
At least two. Even the little groups had at least two like heavy hit. Like, damn, girl,
Yeah.
we were jamming.
Mm-hmm. Do you love me? They
Goodbye.
Yeah, y'all dragging it.
Anyway, so on a not so light note, we have to address Hope Giselle and someone you don't know named Samson McCormick.
Yes, hope.
But, but I will tell you who he is. He is a comedian and he has won awards allegedly based on his profile.
He
And
also had him
then
on this show.
was he on here?
Yes, he was. He was on with the Swallows.
No, I'm
Some
kidding. No,
years
he was
back.
on the show. We had the opportunity to interview him,
Mm,
and he was nice enough to come on and tell us about what he does. Now, fast forward to today, and we also just saw him last year at the IM Awards.
mm-hmm.
Fast forward a year
He is.
later. By the way, for those who don't know, I will be hosting the red carpet at the IM Awards in DC
Yes.
on April
Yes.
22nd.
Yes.
Yeah, I look forward to it. Judge Mathis is getting an award. Hope Giselle will be there receiving an award as well.
Yep.
But everything is connected. So both of Samson is from DC. Hope Giselle lives here. They've run across
Mm,
each other quite a few times. Hope Giselle said that he's actually made numerous transphobic comments in the past, but shit hit the fan when he was on FoxSoul, and the conversation of gender expression and trans people came up, and he said something to the effect of sometimes, but basically, like, you need to look the part of your gender, and sometimes I don't know what you're going for wearing a kitten heel. It doesn't need to be repeated exactly, but Hope Giselle had time and got him together. And she made it clear, like, I'm getting you together, but it's really not just about you. It's really about Black gay men as a whole who think like that and
Right.
put Black trans women in harm's way. But what do you all have to say about that, and how do you feel about his comments?
Fuck him. Honestly, I'm not surprised by this. He's not sorry about it. He wants to distance himself from being Black and gay so bad that it's embarrassing. And that's why Hope Giselle had to gather him politely. Thank you, Hope, for doing it politely. But we're here to gather him non politely.
I will not be joining in that.
Well, it's fine. You have to see him. Me and
I
Lindsay
have
will
to
do
see
it.
him.
Me and Lindsay will do it.
Yes,
We can address the shit
but
stain
I'm listening.
without you.
I'm listening.
Listen, Samson, just keep saying it. Just keep saying it.
Keep saying it. Keep saying it.
And maybe you'll convince Hope.
Oh,
He won't
Giselle.
convince Hope.
You will never convince Hope. And that's why she had to let you know that she sees you for exactly who you are. She had to make a stand and make a statement, not only to you, but to every Black gay man who thinks like you.
Mhm.
Basically, given, bitch, we're supposed to be aligned.
Right.
Mhm.
And you are leveraging, you are tap dancing for heterosexuals for laughs at the expense of your trans sisters. That's not going to fly. Ain't shit funny about what people of trans experience have to go through.
Mhm.
And let me tell you something, you don't get to dictate um how anyone represents themselves. And as a gay man, you should definitely not be saying any type of shit like that.
In your women's pants in the
Okay?
size 9 or 10, bitch. How dare you?
Okay? So, that's it's just not, there is a lack of respect in regards to the community. With all the letters that are represented, there is a lack of respect. This is what I've observed navigating this community as a whole. The L's don't respect, like, it's weird. Like, lesbians have their own culture,
Mhm.
gays have their own culture,
Mhm.
trans have their culture, but a lot of the times trans culture and gay culture, especially where we navigate in ballroom, it intersects a lot.
Right.
Yeah.
And these types of problems are very prevalent. There is a lack of respect for the trans experience. A lot of Black gay men, I hate to say it, see their trans sisters as fucking butch queens that decided to become girls. And that is not it. For
Right.
him to say, for him to be sitting, he was presented with an opportunity to really educate.
Mm-hmm.
And you know he knows.
Right. And he was also presented with an opportunity, even if he didn't know exactly what to say, as Hope stated, it would have been a time to hold himself accountable for not knowing exactly what to do in those moments.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It is not every trans person responsibility to be passable for you.
Right.
I need people to hear me on that.
Repeat it.
It is not the responsibility of any trans person to be passable for your acceptance, because that's the shit he was perpetuating.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Don't get mad at me because I ain't know what to call you. What the fuck what are you talking about?
Right. And if somebody call you a girl or a sissy,
Exactly.
what
You
you
the first one probably want to fight.
exactly. Bitch.
People need to understand that these flippant comments about trans women, trans people of trans experience can lead to violence. That's how their experience really differs from that. Like, it's very closely related, but the shit, it's in the stats, it's in the statistics. Be careful. And for you to be in the community and then you fucking cooning for a cis woman who posed a question in order to learn from
Right.
you, but you're gonna answer that with ignorance for laughter, like for laugh,
It
and it
was
wasn't even
desperate.
funny.
Yeah.
With a story that, like Hope Giselle, I didn't even believe.
Yeah, it was.
I didn't even believe that story.
It was a dry attempt to be funny,
Yes.
and it fell flat. And what it became was offensive.
And
Disgusting.
it fuels hatred and
Yes.
transmisia because people like you are getting on these platforms saying things like this, and now that we just had this conversation, you saying things like this on this platform is making people that's trying to learn or who already hate us say, oh, it must be
Oh
okay.
yeah. So he said it. It's okay.
He said it must be fine.
It must be okay. And then, sir, how fucking dare you bring T.S. Madison into this?
That was so uncalled for.
First of all, let me tell you, first of all, the first where you went wrong was you are not a person of trans experience. So you don't even get to comment on what the fuck she was commenting on.
Right.
And she was talking about her own.
She was talking about her own individual experience. And you have to remember, just like Black people ain't a monolith, just like gay men ain't a monolith, trans people ain't a monolith either.
Right.
So you using that as an example to you know, quantify your fucking transphobia, shame on you. That was ridiculous.
Yeah.
T.S. Madison is speaking on her experience. You do not have the liberty to use her words, her experience to perpetuate your fucking transphobia.
Right.
And
Fell
to
How
flat.
use a
dare
clip
you?
out of context to almost
Exactly.
Yeah.
to
Bitch,
push
she
your
wasn't
agenda.
even talking about what the fuck you was talking about.
Again, that desperation. You looking for something real
Yeah,
quick
you
to get out
looking
of the
like
fire.
she said it. She said
When she said this, go suck a dick.
go suck a dick, please.
Don't do that.
Okay. I'm
Not
sure it's
now.
way more fun. That's more fun than me hearing your damn jokes. Cause ain't none of them funny.
Ever.
Damn, y'all mean.
He must think that's gonna get him some respect in the comedy game. Nigga trying to be controversial.
Dream on.
Dream on.
Okay.
Dream on.
You over here tap dancing in your fucking patty mills for straight folks.
Bitch. And I'm sure it's a cheap patty melt.
If they already hate you, they gonna still hate you.
And guess what? The faggots hate you too now.
Because
I don't even know. Do they? Because
I don't know.
a lot of them faggots agree.
They was co-signing his bullshit. And for all
I
of y'all
agree.
that was doing that, re-examine why you thought that was funny. You need to think, re-examine in a community when you're supposed to be
Recalibrate.
aligned with trans women. Examine, go back, re-examine why that is incorrect. And
Right.
you co-signing this stupid ass makes you look stupid.
Yeah.
Very.
Okay?
And don't invalidate somebody's identity because you feel their gender expression doesn't fit into what
you want.
your standard of what it should
Because
be.
she's not running around here looking like a Maya. Half of them don't. And ain't none of your fucking business. Let people live.
Because we ain't gonna say what you look like.
Okay? And half of you niggas started out rocky too.
A rocky road.
And it's just he doesn't even realize like that type of thing can put gay men at harm too, because many of us who are on the gender spectrum, you make it hard for us to be visible too.
Absolutely.
What about those of us who aren't completely masculine or fit into that agenda?
Absolutely.
Are we not men?
I mean, we don't have all night.
We don't have all night. But I'm here to fucking tell you, bitch, I exist.
Exactly. And I don't need your acceptance to exist.
Yes. And if you don't know what to fucking call me, guess what? You shouldn't be speaking to me any fucking way, bitch.
And I don't even know why they didn't even ask a trans person this question.
Exactly.
Why are you asking?
What are you asking a gay man for? He's not a trans spokesperson. What the fuck are y'all doing? See, this is just a blatant on the part of cis people. It's just a blatant disregard for everyone's experience. Like, he one of them, so I guess he can answer the question. That's not how that goes.
In a sense, it almost implied like, well, ain't a gay man and a trans woman the same thing?
It's a gay man and it become a woman, so I guess he know. No, bitch.
Though some of our experience overlap.
And you can look at him and tell he's not the type of person to even ask that type of question. I'm sorry. He isn't.
I agree.
Okay.
Wholeheartedly.
You would have been better off asking that fool when's his next gig.
Damn. to swallow.
It is. And I hope he choke.
On chicken grease.
Again.
And Hope was plucked. But let me tell you something. She was calm.
She was. Because she's sick of these people cooning and dancing.
At this
At
point,
her
it's like,
expense. She's right there. Throw her a little coin. You want to know about the trans experience? There's so many beautiful, intelligent trans women and trans men that are well versed in how to handle, like, will walk you through it. Just throw them a little coin, just like you threw his stupid ass a coin. Give them the coin.
and they're ready and willing.
The coin. Give these girls the coin.
And also, T.S. Madison is on FoxSoul.
Absolutely. Give TS more the coin. Give these girls the coin. They will tell you what you need to know.
And secondly, bitch, all of these people don't want to educate you freely, but there are many willing and ready people that are raising their fucking hand. Like, ask me.
I'll do it.
I'll do it.
No, give my girls the coin.
Yeah.
They deserve. Give them the coin. You gave that little dry butch queen a fucking coin. Give her a coin.
It reminds me of when I saw Shangela, the drag queen from RuPaul's Drag Race. She was on a talk show and they asked her about the trans experience. And the first thing that she said was, well, I'm not a trans person. But there are many people that I know that can educate you better on gender pronouns and their experience. I said, thank you. It's okay to say you don't know sometimes too.
Yeah.
It's preferred.
Yeah.
Because, bitch, don't lie.
Don't lie.
You don't know. And it's okay to not know. Look at people.
Did we get it all out?
I think so.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, someone we need to defend, because I'm going to defend her at all costs.
Yes.
Chloe Bailey.
Yes.
We got to talk about this.
This is a cute picture. This is cute.
Yes, they look like stars.
They look like money, like, ooh.
Like, I got the money,
okay.
Baby. Well, first and foremost, there's a new series out on Amazon Prime called Swarm. It is literally directly and not so subtly talking about the Beyonce and the Beehive. Thus the term swarm. But in the first episode, how it's connected to Chloe Bailey, her character on the show does a sex scene, and she's just straight getting back shots.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie, I was so impressed with these back shots that I said, let me go watch this shit.
It was turning it.
It was turning. But it didn't take niggas long to have something to say, and they were ready to slut shame her. Between this and these other Hotepian ass niggas that was rushing to the pulpit to talk about Sierra wearing her nude mesh dress, and like, you're supposed to be a wife and a mother.
Suck her dick. Let me tell you something. You'll never be married to Sierra. You will never get to tell her anything. You will never meet a bitch like Sierra.
Ever.
In your life.
First of all, her man don't care.
Exactly.
And secondly,
he was right there admiring the view.
Mm-hmm.
And her man don't get to tell her what the fuck to wear either.
Exactly.
So why do you think you get to tell her what to wear?
Period.
Y'all are, these people are cuckoo and crazy.
Yeah,
Chloe, okay, it's certain things people got to get over. Chloe is sexy.
And
Chloe likes to throw her ass.
Yep.
And she's a grown
Chloe
woman.
is young and beautiful. and talented and smart.
Mm-hmm.
Leave her the fuck alone. He's
Period.
going to succeed.
Right.
She's in her 20s. Y'all are out here throwing your asses on the corner. Why
Yes.
can't she do it? Y'all the same age.
They cannot take her.
You have it, throw it back.
And it be niggas with 6 kids at the age of 26.
Exactly. Right. Talking shit.
Nigga, you a whole sitting here telling she's doing pretend sex
Everybody
on
got it.
camera
Exactly.
for
Pretend
a check.
probably had a ball doing it.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been a key for me. I'd have been like, come on, Damson. Let's do
Yeah.
this.
Show me what you got.
He looked
Amtrak. Yeah.
He's so funny. Oh, and let me add this. The Academy, Golden Globes, whoever, y'all need to stop playing in Damson Idris's face.
Damn.
His acting and the collective acting on his show Snowfall is beyond stellar. I don't understand why anyone is not talking about it. Y'all need to get it together. He has been doing excellent work. It's in its 6th season. And, I have a thing about shows in their final season. Sometimes they can fall flat.
Mm-hmm.
This is every bit as compelling as when it first came on the screen. Stop playing in his face.
Mm.
Okay, now we can continue.
Well, since you even brought that up,
In
also
his fine face.
Mm-hmm.
Angela Bassett, we love you.
Angela Bassett, let me tell you.
Angela Bassett did the thing.
Angela,
Did y'all feel the pain in her face?
listen, and she has every right to be. Look, she
Yeah.
could be mad that she didn't win. Fuck
Yeah,
y'all.
of course.
Y'all think everybody gotta be gracious when they lose?
Exactly. And just because she black, she ain't gotta win all the time. I'm sorry. I want all the blacks to win, but I
Right.
kept hearing about Jamie, what's her face?
Jamie Curtis.
Jamie Lee Curtis. She was excellent in that
I
movie. I
saw
haven't
both
seen it yet.
movies. And because I saw both movies, I didn't know who was going to win. Because
It
both
could have been a
performances were
toss-up.
great.
Angela won the Golden Globes, okay? Like,
Mhm.
listen. But she didn't have to listen.
I
She
think
could be
that
mad.
historically, when you get those certain tickets and check certain boxes, you almost like, oh my God, it's going to happen. It like lines you up for the Oscars, and you
Yes,
like,
like they say if you win the Golden Globes and the SAG, most likely
usually,
you're
yeah.
gonna win. But that shit is a toss-up. They had some really great movies this year. Like I was surprised at a few things at that Golden Globe. I ain't gonna get into it, but a
Ooh.
few of my shows got overlooked by some people that
Oh, for the Emmys.
know the Golden
Oh, the
Globe.
Golden Globes. Yeah, okay, yeah.
Me and
Hey,
Emery's one of our personal favorites, Bob Odenkirk.
and
He
Better
was
Call Saul
nominated, but he did not win for
again
that. Anyway,
after 6 seasons.
it's a toss-up, and I
Yeah,
think he was nominated like 3 or 4 times. So it's a toss-up. But Angela, like, I don't think she was, being a sore loser. Like, they just caught her at a moment where she was like, damn, like.
I
Right.
think we also got to paint again, adding to the award she won right before that. This is a woman that is, I want to say, 65 years old, and this is coming off of the height of Shirley Roth just winning her Emmy after all these
Yes,
years, and it just feels like, oh my God, like maybe I might have my moment
maybe.
too, just maybe. I can feel it.
But, listen.
um. And so I think that's what happened. And
Angela is always a winner to me. She's an excellent
hell
actress.
yeah.
Even though she's on one of me and Emmy's special lists that will not be named here, but she is an excellent
I know that list.
Well, do you know that Jennifer Lewis is on it too?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And,
Uh-huh.
and so is Jennifer Lopez.
Samuel L. is also on this list. There's some people from Triangle on this list.
That was OPET.
Monique is on
Yo.
that list. Monique is on that list.
No, it's no need to go there.
Monique is actually not on this list,
She's on
but
that
maybe
list.
she should be.
She's on that list for me.
There's some white people on this list too.
Oh hell
Oh
yeah!
yeah.
Julia Roberts is also on that list. Let's see if y'all can guess what kind of list this is. It's
If
a
you
very
don't know,
definitive list, and we just keep adding names. Like
if you know, you know.
if you know, if just think about the names we're naming. Like
The continuity in those
yes,
names.
like okay, I get it now, baby.
Next.
But anyway, also I think an Asian actress won
Yes, Michelle Yeoh.
the first in this entire history, right?
Now you know that's a goddamn shame.
It really is.
That's a goddamn shame.
That is a goddamn shame.
It's horrible.
Wait,
That's
so could
another one,
someone
Michelle Yeoh.
educate
has
me?
been-
Which didn't Anime Wong win an award years ago?
Let me tell you something. Michelle Yeoh has been whooping ass, looking cute for years in Hollywood. Okay,
Yeah,
I am so happy she is getting her things.
me too. And she's in so many things that I love. I think she was just in that prequel of the Witcher.
I know she was good in that. Too.
She was so good.
Mhm.
She's just great.
She's amazing. Love seeing her. That's why I always say to myself, like, when you see Michelle Yeoh, bitch, you know that shit is
You
good.
know it's about to be good.
It's gonna
She
be
gonna deliver.
good. I don't know why, but every time I see her, I'm like, yeah.
My girl Michelle, Shelly Shell.
Yes.
But listen, this is about Chloe Bailey.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot.
Is it about Chloe Bailey?
Listen, it is about Chloe Bailey. First of all, I'm just happy to see her still acting and getting the star and the shine that she's getting. I feel like a lot of people also were like downplaying her once her sister got the cast as Ariel.
Yeah.
But she wasn't left in the dust. And she also is going on tour soon. She has a lot to be happy about.
Absolutely, like Chloe is B, and they just want her to stay like they want her and Halle
Hey,
to
this
be
little
like
girl.
little girls playing the guitar, synchronized, doing Beyonce covers. No, Chloe, the minute she walked, she was on Instagram going to, light her candle in her panty. She wanted y'all to know she was available. She was here for the shit.
And some of y'all acting like y'all don't remember what y'all was doing in y'all 20s.
Yeah, because half of y'all motherfuckers wasn't young and pulled, okay?
And half
Chloe is pulled.
and
And when
25%
you're
of you
pulled,
hoes was doing it at 11.
when you're young and pulled, you damn near do whatever the fuck you want to do.
Right.
Right.
So stop hating on the dog.
Stop hating.
Okay. She ain't her sister. Her and her sister are different. They're different girls.
Yep.
And let them be different.
I also want to provide a small little review on Swarm. I did watch the series. If you were to ask me would I give it out of a 10, I wouldn't answer the question.
Okay.
But
Oh wow.
What I would say is for you to watch it for yourself and gain whatever you can from it. I
I'm
do.
not.
But
I,
your message is conflicting.
there
No.
was it had some really good moments though. Billie Eilish is in it. Paris Jackson, like
Billie
Jackson's daughter.
Eilish, she's in it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gagging.
She did good.
Yeah,
She
there's
did
a
good.
clip of her going around. I'm like, okay, she got some little chops there.
It's quite a few stars in it. And it has its moments.
I want to see it.
Mm-hmm. It's up there. I'm proud.
I think that
Treat
there's some
me.
things to enjoy. There's some good, and it's creative in the sense of it's about um, how dangerous, like this fanatical, well, fan base
Fan
people can be. Yeah, when you go over the edge, but of course it goes to the extreme of her becoming a serial killer. But I don't know. It's entertaining, and also creative. So
Mm.
make an assessment for yourself and let me know what you think,
Y'all watch
Skylar.
that.
Along with Harlem. Can y'all watch that for me
Y'all
too?
can watch that too.
We love black shows
Mm-hmm. Very much.
so much.
So much that we're writing our own.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Shows like this let me know that I can do it.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. But speaking of Swarm, I saw Beyonce trending on Twitter. And someone said, in your opinion, what is Beyonce's magnum opus, generally her best piece of work,
Oh
album
Lord.
or song?
We done argued about this before.
I feel like we spoke about this
We
before, right?
did, but let's do
Yeah,
it again. I'm always ready.
probably 5 times already.
And we disagreed too because you two was different. Y'all were different than mine.
But this time you got to choose one album
Oh man.
and one song.
I can choose one.
What's the criteria for this
Magnus
one?
Opus.
Her best piece of work, album or song?
Yeah.
Wow.
Best.
Oh,
That's hard for me.
because now like everything changed with
Nah, I'm gonna be all the way real. The first album, sorry, that's her best work. That's her best work for me.
B-Day?
Yep. To the no, Dangerously
No,
in Love album.
oh, oh.
Well,
Yep, debut album for me, and I had to think about it for a bit because I was stuck between that Beyonce album and B Day because I
that's what
think
that's
all
what
three of those are like quintessential Beyonce albums. But I've settled on the first album for albums.
Whoa.
Yeah, I
I
know.
gotta
I'm
think about
shocked
that.
myself.
Me too.
well.
'Cause
Well, I picked the Beyonce album.
Okay.
Mhm.
And what about you, Lindsay?
Period.
Man. But for me, this is a toss up between Lemonade and maybe even Renaissance. It's a three-way. It's between self-titled, Lemonade, and Renaissance. But I guess I will say if I were to say one out of those three, I would still choose Lemonade.
Wow.
Yeah, three completely different albums from all
But
the
I
way.
just absolutely loved Lemonade. I don't know what.
It's
Oh, I
okay.
do
You
know
said what you
why.
said. You said what you
It just hit
said.
me. It just did
Lemonade,
me.
Dangerously in Love,
And
and
now song,
no, now one song.
I think I have my one song.
Okay, what's yours?
Ooh, wait. Wait, I'm just, and it's so funny. In my mind, I'm like, I like singing.
Actually, no, this is harder than I thought.
This is harder than I thought.
I thought I had one.
I think I have another three-way.
Okay, if you got three, give me the three, and then
Oh,
I feel like Marcus knows his.
he do.
Well,
I have another three-way though, but it's these albums. I swear, Deja Vu. The
That's a
song
good
Deja
one.
Vu.
That's a
I
good
would
one.
say Drunk in Love,
Okay.
and maybe Alien Superstar.
That's a good three.
Oh
That's a
my
good
god!
three.
But now I'm like, wait, maybe I should change them. But I think
Oh,
those are pretty good. No, but maybe I might switch out Drunk in Love. Maybe I'll put.
girl, pick it.
All right,
she
those are
already
the
chose.
three. And out of the three, Deja Vu.
I'm good with that.
Okay.
That song is perfect to me.
No, yeah, it's solid. It's solid.
So
Damn.
I'm gonna say three. Alien
And then,
Superstar. Alien Superstar is in my top three,
mm-hmm.
along with I Care, I Care,
Yes.
and
I know your
I
last one.
really love um Baby Boy.
I knew that was your last one.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Another perfect song.
Yes,
Baby Boy
another
is one of
perfect
mine.
song.
Baby
Perfect.
Boy is one of mine.
Perfect.
Y'all gonna get. I got such a random one. Baby Boy is one of mine.
Mm-hmm.
But the last one, the next one y'all gonna read. Um, check up on it.
Bye.
He just like jiggling his ass to that one. He loved that song because he like jiggling to it.
Actually, no. Let me scrap that one. I'm going to put Baby Boy. I don't know why, but my heart is telling me to choose For Me, Upgrade You.
For me.
Another perfect song.
I love Upgrade You. Like,
It's like Deja Vu elevated.
it had me in a chokehold.
But I just love Deja Vu for some reason. But
Yeah.
Upgrade You was one of my backups.
Yeah. And damn, the last. Ooh, one more, right?
And then you picked out of your three.
Baby Boy, Upgrade You, and one song I can't live without from Beyonce. Um, damn, I can't. I know, right?
The indecisive Libra.
I chose two though out of three.
Una más, mi amor.
Hold on.
Look at him. Let me go to the library real quick.
Yeah, like what's the what's oh bitch, I got a lot of Beyonce songs in my library.
Okay. I had to make me a whole separate playlist for that bitch.
Yeah. Oh my god. I actually really like Naughty Girl, but I don't know if I can put that in my.
Why not? But do you love it more than
Oh, I forgot. I just mentioned the first album. I have to say Me, Myself, and I.
yes? A perfect song.
Uh, yes, that's my three.
Yes.
I don't know. That should have actually been my first song that I mentioned.
I love that part when she's like, oh, oh, oh. Just that whole riff. Oh my
Honestly,
God. Before it goes back into the chorus, I'm like, ugh,
and I love it when she sings it live.
Dustin.
I do. I love it when she sings it live. And
I would never disappoint myself. Mm-hmm.
honestly, I think it might be one of her most true R&B songs ever.
Mm-hmm.
It's not overdone.
It's
It's
perfect.
perfectly right where it needs to
Oh, it's
be.
perfect.
The sound was perfect. Yeah,
Yeah.
So
yeah.
out of them three, which one is your one?
Damn. Well, now I think I'm gonna have to say, yeah, but it doesn't feel correct to say that that's her magnum opus. So I'm just gonna go with Baby Boy. That because that's quintessential. But like
What, Baby Boy?
to me, that's like what
Oh,
she
no,
gave in
no,
that
no.
video. What she gave in that video to me, it
Ah,
set the tone for everything else.
oh.
Beyonce.
Let me tell you something. She did a making the video with MTV. I will never
I
forget.
watched that
I watched that every time it came on.
dancing in that fucking scene. I said,
Bitch, you better. I was like, this bitch is trying to tell us something.
that was Beyonce hungry.
And I remember they were trying to read. I was like, no, that was hard. Y'all are
Yeah.
trying it.
Yeah, they were trying to read.
They were like, that was whack. A back bend in the sand, bitch, you go do it.
Yeah. That actually paved the way for Deja Vu.
I was like, oh no, she trying to tell you hoes something. I think I gotta listen to this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It ain't a coincidence that she put that song in her Super Bowl performance, okay? I'm just letting y'all
Okay.
know.
That song is Baby Boy is perfect.
Yeah.
Love hearing it out like wherever.
Every now and then I randomly hear the DJ play that.
It's so fun. It's such a fun song.
Of course.
It's great to dance to. Everybody always sings it.
Mm-hmm.
Sean Paul is on it. Perfect.
Yeah. It's perfect. Yeah. All right. Beyonce, we love you.
I do.
Yes.
And also, speaking of Beyonce, right after the whole Sierra thing, wearing the nude like mesh dress and men coming at her about it, I feel this is just a theory that she made a post like a day or two later in a nude mesh dress
Yeah, you just
in
showed the
support
picture.
of Sierra. Yeah,
It's weird. Yes. Y'all
I
want
feel
these
that was
girls.
intentional.
Y'all want these girls to give y'all the ass and titties. And when they give you the ass and titties, y'all act like y'all don't want it.
Mm-hmm. And I love that Beyonce does this thing where I'm not gonna say, I'm just gonna do.
I'm just gonna do, and I'm gonna give you this ass, and I'm gonna give you these. Like I'm gonna give it to you.
Now say something. I'm a wife and a mother.
Even with 3 kids, I'm giving it to you because
Yeah.
this body is doing all of the shows.
Mm-hmm. So thank you for that. Even if that was not the case, I feel like it was, and it came at the perfect time.
Okay, she's a Virgo. You never.
I
I'm
know, I don't
positive.
believe in coincidences
That's
like
what
that.
that was.
Yeah, very calculated in her, social
Yeah,
media
like maybe I'm
strategy.
give them a little titty and shut them up.
Yeah, this is
Leave
yeah.
Sierra alone.